Harper One and HarperAudio present The Comfy Cozy Witch's Guide to Making Magic in Your Everyday Life by Jennie Blonde. This is the author. Those who don't believe in magic will never find it. Roald Dahl. Introduction. Since I was a little girl, I've been enthralled by all things witchy and magical. I dressed up as a witch for Halloween, obsessed over books in the 4th grade about ghosts and the history of witches and the occult, and truly believed I could do magic if I tried hard enough. In 1998, I saw a book at Walden Books titled To Ride a Silver Broomstick by Silver Ravenwolf. I marveled at the fact that there were people out there who were real, live witches, and Silver was from Pennsylvania, just like me. I wanted so badly to resonate with that book, but for some reason, I couldn't. Sure, there were bits and pieces of information I plucked out of it, making my own magical journal, understanding the meanings of herbs and colors, and learning the basics of candle magic and the tarot. But much of this book was written from a Wiccan lens. For me, that label didn't fit. I wasn't interested in formal rites, rituals, and initiations. I wanted more flexibility and a practice to better fit me, and I simply couldn't find it. My practice ebbed and flowed over the next 2 decades as I'd married together bits of witchcraft through the works of Scott Cunningham, Silver Ravenwolf, and Deborah Blake, with my own eclectic spin. I loved all their books and borrowed many ideas for my practice, but the Wicca label still didn't resonate. So I turned to social media for more inspiration. There I found lovely displays of elaborate altar setups and perfectly curated photographs of spell work and rituals. And although I found more information and inspiration than I ever imagined, I still couldn't find my place among the picture-perfect Instagram witches, ones that seem forced and, honestly, at times inauthentic. I knew I needed to create a practice that was right for me, not one that was ritualized or aesthetically perfect, but a practice that was about nourishing myself and my family, focusing on reflection and self-care, and finding the magic in the everyday mundanities of life. A practice that was cozy and comfortable because it came from my heart. If I couldn't find inspiration or a model for my practice out there, I decided I'd need to start creating it for myself. I cultivated my own magical practice by digging deep and finding ways to practice that aligned with what was important to me and allowed me to be flexible and not always perfect. I created an Instagram account and began posting about my process. As I interacted with other people in the witchy space, with authors, experienced practitioners, and especially new witches through Instagram and Facebook groups, I immediately sensed that same overwhelmedness and lack of belonging in others that I'd felt myself. I was confident there were hundreds, if not thousands, of people out there looking for guidance about where to begin their own practice. In the hopes of helping people with their own practices, I decided to share what I'd learned by starting a podcast, the Comfy Cozy Witch Podcast. Within a month of launching my podcast, I had over 25,000 downloads, and now, 3 years in, that number has reached over 1 million. I was amazed and honored that my listeners responded to my authenticity and transparency, my laid-back and non-judgmental approach to witchcraft, and my ability to make witchcraft accessible and comforting rather than intimidating. Still, I receive dozens of messages every single day, literally, asking me for more guidance and inspiration. That's where my idea for the Comfy Cozy Witch's Guide to Making Magic in Your Everyday Life came from. I want people to know that a magical practice doesn't have to be complicated, time-consuming, expensive, or perfectly curated. With the help of this book, it's my hope readers will create a practice that's all their own. So grab yourself a cup of tea and get comfy, cozy, and witchy with me. How to use this book. The Comfy Cozy Witch's Guide to Making Magic in Your Everyday Life is an interactive guide that will give you a great starting point for developing your
Sample complete. Ready to continue?